All right, good afternoon, everybody. This is Liquid Kenobi here, standing by, just making sure everything is going on as smooth as possible. We are here live on YouTube. We are live on Kick, and now I am going to Rumble. And we are live on Rumble. So, I hope every one of you guys is having a good day. So, a lot of things have been going crazy today, bro. We have been having a lot of craziness happening in this country, bro. And it has gone insane. I mean, while inflation is up to the limit, gas prices are up, groceries, medicines, mortgage rates are going up. Open borders are going on. Crisis happening in Iran and Israel, Ukraine and Russia. And what is this country worried about trying to do? Well, not our country, but the far left communists, socialists, and liberals worry about. They are worried about trying to take down Donald Trump. They've been doing this since from last 2022 to now. They have been trying to get this man down, dude. They've been trying to take him down. He had 4 indictments. He got a photo shot. He had 3 different court cases in Florida, Georgia, and New York, and still, they have no wins, bro. Nothing. They have no evidence on getting Donald Trump, bro. And it's funny, bro. It's just too funny to... It's so funny, man. I don't know, man. They don't want this. People have to understand that when Donald Trump was president through all these years, bro, we had no wars. We had no inflation. Our gases were lowered. Mortgage rates. Groceries. We had our borders protected. We had lower medical insurances. Our economy was booming. Stocks were going up. But no. All because of 2020, man. Because of the rise of COVID that was done by the far left. They orchestrated it. They told China to create a virus, which they did. And then, of course, Donald Trump did not know what to do. That's where Donald Trump messed up on that year. Besides everything going up, everything was perfect. The COVID vaccine is what messed up everything, bro. In all these Democrat states, they all got into were destroyed by Antifa members, Black Lives Matters groups. It was just chaotic, bro. It was terrible. And Trump wanted to bring the National Guard to help these other states, and the governors of those states refused to bring help. Refused his help. And they said, no, they're there for peaceful. They're there to being there peacefully. Yeah, destruction of property and vehicles and hurting innocent people. You call that peaceful? No. I don't call that peaceful. I call that violence. But it's like this, man. I mean, but for now, from the 2021 to now, Joe Biden has not been in control of this, man. Because during that time in 2020, he has dementia, bro. He's had dementia since 2020. The man can't even speak right, dude. The man can't even walk right. And they are wanting, and some of these crazy loons want Joe Biden to be president. again for 4 more years. Simply, they are out of their fucking minds, dude. All right, let's get into some articles that I found. So, let's get into some articles that I found. So, let me adjust my camera view real quick. I don't want to leave myself out of the picture. Yeah. All right, hold on a minute. Yeah, I know. I'm a little... It's okay. I mean, I'm taking my time. Here we go. Now I got it. All right. So, here's how it is, man. I've been getting all these bookmarks and everything. I'm in my page, and I'm in my page right now, looking at the bookmarks that I've read, and this is what's been happening, bro. Now, I've been looking up this case for far too long with New York's judge. This right here. Let me see if I got it. You guys can see it. Yeah, him. Here he is. This guy right here, bro. Judge Merchant. He is so corrupted, man. It's just like that last judge. It's just like that last judge right now. He has been so corrupted, man. It's not even funny, man. So right now, there's been a breaking development that happened, bro. And this was 4 hours ago. So I'm going to read this real quick. Let me see, because I kind of went to the other page. So stand by a minute. Yeah, I got to go to this page. Yeah, I apologize. I'm still trying to get used to the... Oh, I think I enhanced it. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm still trying to get used to the cameras. Oh, Jesus. Yep. Dang it. Yeah, so right now with this... Let me read it from here then. I'll just read it. Breaking. The judge, John Jordan, has told the jury that they do not need unanimity to convict. He said there is no need to agree on what occurred, meaning 4 could agree on one crime, 4 on a different one, and 4 on others. So it would be a triple 4 as a unanimous, which is kind of bull. This judge is telling the jury. The judge is telling the jury that you could decide those. You could just. I want you all to decide 4. I want 4 of you to decide this one, 4 of you to decide this one, and 4 of you to decide this one. That's bullshit. That's just bullshit right there, dude. The jury can make their decision. They have the right to make their decision. But here's the problem, man. Here is the problem right now. We got a corrupt system, man. The jurors, they all could be all Trump haters. For all we know. So right now, they have been presented the case with every evidence that, of course, Donald Trump has not convicted a crime. This has all been a witch hunt for this man. Donald Trump has done nothing wrong except speaking out the truth of what has been happening. I mean, look at our border. Our border is opened. Illegals are coming in. They're taking money. They got our free Social Security. They got free cell phones, free mortgages. They got free car payments. They got free credit cards. And guess who's paying it? We are paying it. We're fucking paying it. The only people that are probably not paying, only paying little, are probably the people that are the rich, which we take care of too. We feed them, we dine them, We help them. We help them with their luggages or with their furnitures or whatever artifacts they got. We fucking help them travel around the world. You know? We've helped their asses many of times. But man, it's been that bad. But you know, the rich, the far left, they don't give a shit about this country. They don't care, man. What I say is, I say they all should just go. Just leave, man. I mean, hell, go to the United Kingdom. Go to Asia. Go to Iraq even. Go to Russia. See how you survive. See how you handle it. I mean, I heard that Steven Seagal's over there, and so far he's doing great. He's probably doing good. You know? But still, man, I mean, this has just become bullshit, man. It has become utter bullshit of what has been happening to our country, man. And God forbid, dude. Yeah. God forbid, dude. I mean, it's like everything that we've been having, bro. It's just been real bad. And I fucking hate it, dude. I fucking hate it. Let's look into some other articles that we found, that we've gotten. I like this one from Benny Johnson, bro. From Benny Johnson, I like this one. Who wants to see the sequel? Old Man Trump. Remind you of somebody? Yeah. Old Man Logan. But it's pretty good. I like the photo, man. I like the photo. But you know, I mean, you got Donald Trump putting out social media, what's going on. This son of a bitch right here, Robert De Niro, bro, he's a piece of shit, bro. He's got more TDS than fucking Mark Hamill put together, dude. And we're going to talk about him, bro. Because he went out yesterday in New York during the Trump case trial, pleading everybody, telling them that if Trump gets back in office, our government is going to go down. Dude, our government has been going down since 2020. The CIA, the FBI is corrupted, man. They have been corrupted for far too long. You know? He don't give a shit because he's just a fucking actor. He doesn't know fucking shit. It's a piece of shit, dude. I say, man. I mean, I don't understand it, dude. See, this is what what Trump's been saying right now. This is his latest right now that I've got. It's ridiculous, unconstitutional, and un-American that the highly conflicted radical left judge is not requiring a unanimous decision on the fake charges against me brought by Soros-backed DA Alvin Bragg, a third world election interference hoax. That's what it is. It's all been an election interference. And then you got Republican Elise Stefanik files misconduct complaint against Judge Merchan. She files a complaint, but let's see what that does. And of course, Trump again, he goes, according to the legal scholars and experts, the jury instructions given by a highly conflicted judge will go down as the most biased and unfair in judicial history. Biden witch hunt. Election interference. That's all it is. Right now, let's look at this video, what Trump has to say. All right, let me see if I got it perfect for you guys to watch. No, I don't. Hold on. Right here should do fine. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Let's take a look. Let's listen to what Trump has to say. I'm going to rewind this real quick. Here we go.
Thank you very much. I would say, in listening to the charges from the judge, who's very conflicted and corrupt, because of the confliction, very, very corrupt. Mother Teresa could not beat these charges. These charges are rigged. The whole thing is rigged. The whole country's a mess between the borders and fake elections, and you have a trial like this where the judge is so conflicted he can't breathe. He's got to do his job. And it's not for me, that I can tell you. It's a disgrace. And I mean that. Mother Teresa could not beat those charges, but we'll see. We'll see how we do. It's a very disgraceful situation. Every single legal scholar and expert said this is no case. It shouldn't be brought, and it certainly could have been brought 7 years ago. not in the middle of a presidential election. It was all done by Joe Biden. This judge contributed to Joe Biden, and far worse than that, but I'm not allowed to talk about it because I have a gag order. Far worse than that, by 1,000 times worse than that. The worst I've ever heard, but I can't talk about it. It'll be talked about, but I'm not allowed to talk about it. But it'll be talked about in the history books. What's happening here is weaponization at a level that nobody's seen before, ever. And it shouldn't be allowed to happen. So I'll stay around here. This is 5 weeks. And 5 weeks of really essentially not campaigning, although I took a big lead in the polls over the last few weeks. I think something's going on. Because I think the people of this country see that this is a rigged deal. It's a weaponized deal for the Democrats to hit their political opponent. For Joe Biden, the worst president in the history of the United States. He's destroying our country. He's letting millions of people from jails, from prisons, from insane asylums, from mental institutions. Drug dealers pour in. Venezuela, if you look at their crime statistics, they've gone down 72% in crime because they're releasing all their criminals into our country because of this horrible president that we have. And then they have a protest of Robert De Niro yesterday. He's a fool. He's a broken down fool standing out there. He got maggot. He got maggot yesterday. He got a big dose of it.
Damn right he
I
did.
just want to say it's a very unfair trial. It should have never happened. If it was going to happen, it should have happened 7 years ago. As you know, Bragg didn't want to bring it. The Southern District didn't bring it. The FEC didn't bring it. This judge didn't even let us use the #1 election attorney. He's making the rules. He doesn't know anything about elections. He doesn't know anything about voting and vote counts. He doesn't know anything about this stuff. That's not his profession. We had the leading election expert in the country, Brad Smith, ready to testify. Wouldn't let him do it. They wouldn't let another gentleman who represented, and you know very well, you saw it. It was the worst I think I've ever seen anyone treated on the stand. Bob Costello wouldn't let him talk about all of the hundreds of emails that he was sent by a gentleman, another gentleman, who I can't mention because I'm gagged. Every time I speak to you, you ask me simple questions. I'm not allowed to give you the answer because I'm gagged by this judge. But we have a very, very serious problem here. I mean, our country's going bad. And remember, and let me just leave you with this. This is all because of Joe Biden and I don't even think it's him. I don't think he's smart enough to think about it. But it's the people that surround him in the office. They're smart. They're fascists, they're communists, but they're smart. And they're ruining our country. But we're going to win this election. November 5th is going to be the most important day in the history of our country. We're going to take back our country from these fascists and these thugs that are destroying us with inflation and with everything they do, how stupid they are, allowing 15, 16, 17 million people into our country, totally unvetted, totally unchecked. We're going to bring back our nation November 5th. Remember, most important day in the history of our country. In the meantime, this trial is rigged. Thank you.
Well said, Donald. Well said, man. See, it's what he said is true. Trump, they are going after Trump. Where as soon as he announced himself that he was going to run back as being president, bro, they went after him, bro. They were waiting for the right moment. They were waiting to see if he would do it. Because if all these charges were so true and everything, they could have done it after he was out of the damn White House. They could have done it after he's out of the White House, but they didn't. They were waiting for the right moment. They were waiting to see that if he would come back to run as president, bro. But they did it because there's no evidence. Nothing. Nada. Sip. It's just a witch hunt. It's an election interference. That's all it is. Right now, I just got an update from Benny Johnson. So, let me see if I can... I'm going to try to upload the video. I'm going to try to upload the video real quick. Let's see if I can find it. Well, I should find it. It's easy. Just have to go over here. Okay, let me see. Alright, let me check here. Benny Johnson. There we go. The latest. Here we go. All right, here's the latest update. So let's see here. I'm gonna. All right, I'm gonna try this. Stand by 1 minute. Yeah, I just want to get this done right. Here we go. All right. Yeah, I just want to make. I want to make it perfect. I'm a little late doing this, but it's all right. We got plenty of time. We got nothing to fear. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I just have to adjust the video right. I'm gonna have to move myself. All right, hold up. I'm gonna move myself a little bit more out. Let me see if I can. All right, let's do it right here for now. All right, let's take a look at the video. What Benny's got to say, bro. So let's go check it out. All right, and here we go. I'm gonna try to. It's about 14 minutes long, so let's see if I can.
Remember the horrors of your history books, reading about the Red Scare and the Red Purge in the Soviet Union when Joseph Stalin could just bring anybody he wanted into a courthouse, get them tried and executed, or sent off to Gulag somewhere and never heard from again? Joseph Stalin could do this to his political enemies and adversaries, first and foremost, and how all of the judges and the jury were so rigged in favor of Stalin that he could get any verdict he wanted. Show me the man, I'll show you the crime, is what Stalin used to say. Show me the man, I'll show you the crime. Doesn't matter what crime he committed. I don't even have to name the crimes. We're just going to find him guilty because I don't like him. That's here, now, in this country. And the jury is deliberating as we speak in the Trump trial in New York. Now, they haven't been able to elucidate for us what crime Donald Trump broke. Nobody's been able to actually, compel any testimony from anyone who knew anything about these crimes. They're just saying, if you don't like Orange Man, vote guilty.
That's...
seconds ago, the jury rang the courthouse.
That's exactly what may happen. That's exactly what may happen. The jurors, we don't know if they're Trump supporters. Half of them could be Trump supporters, half of them may not be. Or it could be like 25% of them are Trump and 75 of them are not. So, we don't know what's going to happen. Despite the evidence that there is none against Donald Trump, they may just find him guilty because they don't like him. They may just do that. But let's see. Let's continue.
After 3.5 hours of deliberation, and passed a note to the judge. The judge came back, called Donald Trump back in to the court. This was what Donald Trump looked like on his way into the court, raising his fist defiantly. Now, this could have been a verdict, potentially, but it wasn't. This was actually a very, very good sign. Now, if it was a verdict, then it could have been a very bad thing for Trump, because a quick verdict typically means a guilty verdict. So it could be very, very bad, but it wasn't, in fact. And this was some clarifying notes for the testimony that the jury wanted to see from some of the witnesses that were called in this case. Judge and Trump were just called all back into the courthouse 3 hours into the deliberation. The jury has come back to the judge with multiple questions. This could be a good sign for Trump, suggesting a holdout in the jury pool, or multiple holdouts in the jury pool.
My God, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, what were the notes? The notes, according to Jonathan Turley, who's at the courthouse right now, 4 requests for different testimony David Pecker's testimony, Michael Cohen's testimony. All of these things, again, could be very, very good for Donald Trump. Breakdowns of certain testimonies from the prosecution's witnesses. Notably, Joshua Steinglass, he's the prosecutor here, emphasized with the jury that David Pecker met Donald Trump, Trump Tower, in 2017. They discussed Karen McDougal. One of the notable elements of the closing was that Steinglass said that Pecker testified that Trump thanked him for his help in the McDougal story. Pecker testified that he told Trump, I'll be your eyes and ears, and so on, if anybody was trying to sell a story about you. As we've said forever, this is just a nuisance lawsuit. Women sell salacious stories all the time about celebrities, and this is how you kill them in a practice called capture and kill. There is no crime here, of course, and it would be actually just standard operating procedure. So what does this actually mean? Let's go ahead and read here from Jonathan Turley. This is obviously a key issue on Trump's knowledge and direction. Notably, the meeting did not include express statements of how payments would be made or how they would be recorded. This meeting was primarily highlighted to show Trump's knowledge of the work of Pecker and Cohen. It's to be expected that any discussion of Trump's intent or knowledge would include a close review of Trump's Tower meeting. It also shows the importance of David Pecker and his testimony. Pecker offered both sides good testimony. For the prosecutors, he made clear that he was willing to kill stories in relation to the election. Not a crime. That's just called media. I mean, it's called capture and kill. It happens all the time. Remember how they lied about Hunter Biden's laptop, saying it was all the hallmarks of misinformation? However, for the defense, he admitted that he had previously killed stories, not only for Trump, but for other celebrities. The Trump Tower meeting was also the government's key argument that none of this was normal, legitimate press function. That's not true. Rashan instructed the jury on the exception for such functions, yet neither side presented evidence on what was normal and legitimate. The Clinton campaign was known for killing or planting stories in the same campaign. Yet the jury only heard from Steinglass, prosecutor once again, who stated repeatedly this was not a normal, legitimate press function. Blanche did address the meeting in his closing and said that it was common for such work from the media to take place. I'm in the media? Let me tell you, this is common. I've been in the media for nearly 20 years. So they're actually going to have this testimony read to the jury in the courtroom. Too bad this did not occur yesterday when De Niro was on set. Okay. They are supposed to quit today in less than an hour. So what does this mean? This means that there's absolutely no way that they're going to come back with a verdict today. No way.
Wow, man.
Jury? Yeah, probably. So many are saying. This is maybe why Donald Trump is pumping his fist. Here's the reporting of these concerns. And again, a tacitly good sign for Donald Trump.
Sir, then the note. What can you tell us, Paula?
See, this is the problem, man. The jury had to ask questions about these other testimonies. You know? At least they asked questions to be sure that, wait a minute, maybe there's some of them that are like thinking, wait a minute, despite if I don't like Donald Trump, there's no crime here. I've done nothing wrong. So maybe, just maybe, they may be smart. Maybe they'll just do it right. So right now they're saying that it may. Right now, according to what Benny Johnson's saying, it's possible that they may not make a verdict today of what's going on. So we'll see. But let's see what he found out with CNN.
All right. So they received a note from the jury, and it contains 4 different requests. We're getting these live updates. They're coming in real time from our colleagues. One of the requests is, the jury requests David Pecker's testimony regarding the phone conversation with Donald Trump while Pecker was there might be a little typo here, was in a meeting. So this is something that we've signaled they might ask for, is specific portions of testimony from key witnesses, because they do have a laptop that contains a lot of the documents at the heart of this case, but they don't have transcripts from witness testimony. And obviously this case in many ways is heavily reliant on the testimony of witnesses. So we fully expected that they would come back and ask for additional portions of testimony. Here they're asking for a specific portion of testimony from David Pecker. Now, another one of the requests was Pecker's testimony regarding the Trump Tower meeting. Now, there is another request for Cohen's testimony regarding the Trump Tower meeting. So those are 3 of the 4 requests. We're getting these live updates. This is interesting, though, that 2 of these requests relate to the Trump Tower meeting. This is the 2015 Trump Tower meeting that prosecutors argue began this alleged conspiracy to try to suppress negative stories to help Trump win in 2016.
This is common practice. Wait a second. What are you talking about? Bill can take crazy pills here. Every campaign in the history of the world, every leader in the history of Earth, tell it to Earth, has tried to stop bad stories about them from coming out, or stop people from learning bad things about them.
Exactly.
But they can't. How is that a crime? It's not a crime. In fact, you have a free press here, which means that you are allowed to print or not print. You can try and kill and capture stories. A good portion of the Founding Fathers actually had their own publications, printing presses.
Yeah.
They were able to push and manipulate stories in the media in colonial days.
This is all the time,
all the
man.
way through to Abraham Lincoln, the Civil War, and jailing reporters. What are you talking about? What universe are we living in here? Fox News with a slightly more clear-eyed take on this. This is insane, says Andy Murray.
The Pecker aspect of this that I think underscores some of the unfairness that the Trump defense has tried to highlight for us, and that is they ask about the McDougal NDA and how that broke down. Remember, Trump and Cohen, or at least Cohen says with Trump, they were going to pay that. And then Pecker at the last second said, you know, we're not going to take reimbursement from that. And what he testified was he talked to their general counsel,
right,
and he suggested that there might be something criminal about that, and therefore they decided not to pay. So Trump is arguing that on the one hand, he wanted to make an advice of counsel defense, and the judge said, no, I'm not going to let that happen. And yet, on this very important aspect of the so-called scheme, the conspiracy to influence the election, they injected the what we infer is the opinion of a lawyer that what they were up to was criminal, which seems to me to be unfair.
So again, the jury has asked, they put out a note. They want to hear some of the testimony from David Pecker and from Michael Cohen regarding a payout or possible buyout of Karen McDougal's story of her alleged affair with President Trump. And also, they want to hear about the Trump Tower meeting. Our colleague, Jonathan Turley, says this about that note. He says, notably, Joshua Steinglass, the prosecutor, emphasized with the jury that David Pecker met Donald Trump at Trump Tower in January 2017, and they discussed Karen McDougal. One of the most notable elements of the closing was that Steinglass said that Pecker testified that Trump thanked him for his help on the McDougal story. She's not part of this case. I mean, it's come in as relevant information, but there are no charges related to Karen McDougal in this case or any payout to her.
Yeah, it is one of many baffling evidentiary rulings. It is propensity evidence, which usually is excluded. So this case had both propensity evidence, the fact that he may have engaged in wrongdoing in the past should not be evidence of your current wrongdoing. It's also proximity evidence. Because you're around somebody who pleaded guilty, because you're around somebody who signed a non-prosecution agreement, therefore you must also be guilty. Most judges don't let you do propensity or proximity, and this judge let him do both.
If Bragg were here, I think what he would say is it's absolutely in the indictment, and what he would say is that what we've charged him with is falsification of business records with intent to defraud, and under the statute the intent has to include the commission or concealment of another crime. He says the other crime is this conspiracy to influence the election. Now, any sensible person looking at the four corners of the indictment would not see the word conspiracy in there, but that's what Bragg would say. He'd say it's absolutely in there, and unfortunately, Merchon agrees that it's in there, even though no one...
So, rigged against President Trump. Do you live in a free country? A republic, if you can keep it, right? Says Benjamin Franklin, somebody who also owned a printing press, right? Wrote Poor Richard's Almanac, wrote a pretty popular manuscript, regularly published newsletter. We should arrest Ben Franklin. He's trying to influence an election. He wrote stuff in the press, or didn't write it. It's all so stupid. It's all so rigged. It's enough to make your stomach turn. But right now, as we speak, the jury is hearing all of the testimony read back to them live in the court. So the jury is back in the court, reading back live, and there's no way you're gonna get a conviction, I think, today, because you don't do this kind of stuff if you have people unanimously decided on a guilty verdict. It doesn't happen. You don't hear the testimony read back. It's a good sign. It's a tacitly good sign for Donald Trump. That there's holdouts. There are holdouts saying, I'm not going to convict an innocent man, and you shouldn't, because that'll weigh on your soul. And your soul's really all you have in this life.
Yeah, man, I mean, Benny Johnson, spot on, man. I mean, it's true. It's true what is going on. I mean, they are trying so hard. They are trying so hard to get Donald Trump in jail. But it doesn't matter. I will say this, guaranteed. You get Donald Trump in jail, the poll numbers are going to go up again. His poll numbers will go up, and they're going to and the far left is going to realize that they made a fucked up mistake, bro. They are trying their hardest to get this man out of the elections, man. They could have done this to him before him running for president. They could have done all this, but they didn't. But they are trying their best. They did it in 2016, and they failed. And now look at them now. This country's pathetic, bro. So shout out to Benny Johnson, bro. I'm gonna shout out to him, bro. He did a fantastic job on this. So let me close this for today, and let's there we are back in Twitter. Let's see now. All right, now here we go. Alina Habba, she did this, and this was 6 hours ago, and she was discussing with Fox what has been going on. So let's hear what she has to say about it.
Closing arguments are done, and we still don't know what the crime of the trial of the century is. Even CNN says Bragg fell short.
You think, after listening to all of this, you think they fell short? How?
They fell way short, because let's start with reasonable doubt. There is reasonable doubt all over this case. Where is Keith Schiller? Where is Alan Weisselberg? How did Michael Cohen get away with stealing $30,000? Hold a pity party for him. Made $4 million on this. So he'd be chief of staff. He's a fixer. Stormy Daniels. Let's hold a pity party for her. It's everywhere.
Trump legal spokesperson Alina Habba joins me now. Alina, so you...
Before I get her to talk, who I love, by the way, CNN said it. There's nothing. They got nothing on Trump. There's nothing on him. It's just an interference, bro. That's all it is. That's all it is. Now, let's get Alina Habba to be taught. Let's hear what Alina Habba has to say. Go for it, my dear.
You were there. Closing arguments. Todd Blanche, Trump's defense counsel, went first. And then I guess the prosecution, did 5 hours?
Right. That's what you have to do when you haven't proven your case in trial. You plan that you have this great big break, and then you come up and you say, oh, guess what? I get to go do an argument, and in my entire argument, guess what, everybody? They don't get to rebut anything I say. So they took 4 hours to tell their story. I actually had to leave. I couldn't believe it. I mean, it was insane.
You need a bathroom break. Very, very long closer.
Yeah, but...
What was the point? Did they have a crime at the end of this?
No.
No, still they haven't named the crime.
They could not give us any evidence. It was a lot of noise, and that's what we keep seeing, Jesse. There was not one bit of evidence that showed that Donald Trump had an intent to commit any crime. And I'm still... as I sit here as an attorney trying to understand how they could have possibly brought this at this point, wasted this much taxpayer dollars, past the statute of limitations, and then had the audacity to make a jury sit there until 8 o'clock with a bunch of nonsense and shiny balls, as she just said, because that's all they've got. They've got no facts.
So we're
See, man, it's like this, man. I mean, all our tax-paying dollars is not just going to other countries, man. They're going into this damn jury, this damn trial. It's ridiculous. It is just fucking ridiculous. I can't believe. I just cannot believe. I mean, I am so bored already of these damn trials, man. I mean, the Democrats need to just give up and let it happen, bro. All right? Let it be. And let the people decide who is right for this country. And my vote is with Donald Trump.
hearing from inside the court, and you can confirm this, every time defense raised an objection, overruled. Judge overrules every objection from the defense and sustains every objection from the prosecution.
Yeah, I can't relate to that at all. It's unbelievable. I mean, you've seen it, and the way that the visceral reaction that this judge had when we had our one witness come up and he threw the press out, that kind of anger, that kind of TDS, frankly, we saw it with De Niro today. But that is what we're challenged with. We're dealing with people that are either going to believe a story. It was like sitting in make-believe land with the prosecution today, or you're going to listen to the facts. And the facts took us an hour and a half to break down. There were none. And you've got a person that is a complete liar that you're relying on. It was pretty simple for us. It took them a very long time to try and bob, weave, and make up stories.
You were there in the courtroom for almost every single day. You laid your eyes on the jury.
Yeah.
They're going to start deliberating tomorrow. I know we don't like to make predictions about this. You saw them absorb the closer this evening. Mm-hmm. We're going to get a result Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What are you feeling?
I don't feel like, first of all, we can call it a closer when it was 5 hours. It was more like a long movie that wouldn't end. But
right.
No, I think that, honestly, if they do the right thing, and considering that we're in New York, I think we should get a hung jury. But like any hung jury, the judge is going to give them an Allen charge. He's going to tell you to go back, restudy everything. You're the jury that can do this. So maybe 3 days max. I mean, I'd hope so. It, to me, should be an acquittal.
Right.
But I'm not a New York liberal person sitting.
Thank God you're not. All right. Well, maybe by the end of the week we could get some sort of verdict. Thank you so much, Alina Haba.
Thank you.
So closing our...
I mean, what else do you want? What else could you want? All right, let me see if I can find out. All right, this was this morning that I got. It was 4 hours ago that I got posted, and it was Greg Jarrett. This is Trump, and this is probably one of his buddies. Greg Jarrett, there is no credible evidence that Trump engineered or ever even knew about booking entries by accountants that were not false at all. Nor is there any plausible evidence that he willfully violated campaign laws that were not violations at all. Where is the fraud that prosecutors argued in their opening statement? Like Bigfoot. Is it vicious missing? Link in the case. This has always been a trial in search of imaginary crime and a disgraceful charade. This case has reasonable doubt written all over it. Of course. And this damn judge is a piece of shit. You know, it's so funny, dude. It is so funny. I got this yesterday, from Colin Rugg. We shout out to him. This came from Piers Morgan's channel, and this is Dennis Quaid, bro, who I really liked as an actor. He's done a very good job in his movie, and he's doing a new project called Reagan, based on Joe Reagan, I think it is. So let's listen to what he's got to say.
What do you think of Trump?
I think I'm going to vote for him.
Really?
Yeah, in the next election. Yes, I am.
Are you ready for the blowback?
Well, yeah.
If it inevitably comes to Trump?
You know, I think this election, everybody's got to, I think they're going to take a side or whatever, but it just seems to me, it just makes sense. I was ready not to vote for Trump until what I saw is more than politics, I see a weaponization of our justice system.
Yeah.
And a challenge to our Constitution, us as Americans, that I don't think we're going to have. And, you know, Trump is the most investigated person probably in the history of the world. And they haven't been able to really get him. People might call him an asshole, but he's my asshole.
What do you
Damn
think of
right.
Trump?
That. Spot on, Dennis. Spot on. He may be an asshole, but he's my asshole, so that's good. Shit. I mean, this is something that everybody's got to understand, dude. This is something that everybody's got to understand in this case, bro. All right, let's see. Yeah. This is somebody that's got TDS, man, right here. This son of a mother. I tell you, man, it is so funny, man. All right, let's see. I'm gonna find. I want to find the video about what Robert De Niro said, dude. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Maybe he got it on his own thing. I'm gonna try looking. Who knows? Well, let's see in his fan account what he got. All right, here it is. I'm gonna get this. Yeah, all right. Let's see what he's got to say, bro. Let me see. I got it right here. All right, perfect. All right, here we go. Let's hear this.
Democrats, you are gangsters. You are gangsters. Fuck you. You're salty. You're a nobody. Your movie sucks. You're trash. You're trash. You're done.
Yep.
You're done after this guy. You're done.
Yeah, he's calling Trump supporters gangsters.
Democrats, you are.
Yeah, he's calling Trump supporters gangsters. You know what? I don't give a rat's ass. All right, let me see. Let me see if there's another way I can find the video. I want to hear what he. I want to get the video that what he said. I think I know who may have it. I think I know who may have it. Come on, Jeremy. Tell me if you got the video. I need to find that video. Unless I'm gonna have to go to I'll probably have to go to Jeremy's video channel. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna have to go to his channel. Okay, we're gonna have to go back on YouTube and look around. Alright, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna take off this for now. So let's no. So let's go here. Alright. Alright. Here we go. Here it is.
Where my breeds at? But that is why apparently Robert De Niro,
My God.
guy. But let's listen to some of the things that.
Alright, so let's go. Here we go. Alright, let me get out of this right now, real quick. Alright, let me get this again. Oh, wait. I'm already here. Never mind. I got it right here. Shoot. Alright, here it is. Alright. So I'm shouting out to DJ. I'm shouting out to Jeremy, bro. DJ Cobra, bro. I love his channel, bro. He's done a phenomenal job in his channel, bro. And I'm shouting out to him, dude. So let's Let me see. I just got some. Let's see what's happened. May have updates. I may have updates. Let's see. What we got here. Yeah, they just announced it right now. They just what they said. Yeah, I just got it right here from Truth Social with Bunny just said. Jury concludes first day of deliberations in Trump trial without reaching a verdict after coming back with questions for judge. You see, same thing what Benny Johnson said. Same exact shit. And that is good news. And this is good news. I'm just going to type this down real quick. The jury may yet realize that the system has been corrupted. Alright, I just posted it on Twitter, so maybe you guys can look at it right now. So, shout out to this, man. Shout out, man. Yeah, can't wait to see this guy. Yeah, Charlie Kirk just posted this right now. That this guy Jack Taper, I believe, he's gonna be the damn moderator in CNN for the Trump and Biden debate. This is gonna be crazy. But I will be live doing this. I will be live watching this, and this is probably gonna be hilarious. I know Jeremy's gonna probably watch this. Benny Johnson's going to be watching this. Drunken Sailor, who I'm going to shout out to, he's going to probably watch this. I mean, this is going to be wild. All right, let's get back to this and let us see what we got here.
Robert De Niro said today, this guy is unhinged beyond belief.
16, it was like a joke.
It's only playing in one ear for me.
For president. No, never could happen. We'd forgotten the lessons of history that showed us other clowns who weren't taken seriously until they became vicious dictators. With Trump, we have a second chance. And no one is laughing now. This is the time to stop him by voting him out once and for all. We don't want to wake up after the election saying, what, again? My God, what the hell have we done? We can't have that happen again.
Yeah, we actually can, Robert De Niro. Right here, Robert De Niro says, the government will perish from Earth if Trump gets reelected. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Does anybody think that's a bad thing? Let's listen to Robert De Niro.
Under Trump, this kind of government will perish from the earth. I don't mean to scare you. No, wait, maybe I do mean to scare you. If Trump returns to the White House, you can kiss these freedoms goodbye that we all take for granted.
What freedom are we talking about here? What freedom? What freedom are we talking about? What is he talk? I want to know what Robert De Niro is talking about. What freedom are we talking about? Are you talking about the freedom that we're going to be teaching young kids, young children, attacking our young children to learn what it means to be woke, to learn what it means to be a transgender, to learn what it means to be a queer, to know how it feels that maybe that a young boy should change himself into a girl in early procedures? Really? The freedom to take away someone's First Amendment? No. That's not the freedom I see, bro. That's control. What I see is control. And that's what he wants. He wants to, people like Robert De Niro wants to control us. Just because they're actors, they think they're gods. They're not gods. They are a man, flesh, plan of women, flesh and blood. Flesh and blood.
And elections, forget about it. That's over. That's done. If he gets in, I can tell you right now, he will never leave. He will never leave. You know that. He will never leave.
If that was the case, if he would never leave, then tell me this. From 2021 to now, is Trump in the White House? Is Trump in the White House? No, he's not in the White House, you dumbass! In 2020, the beginning of 2021, he was fighting Because the system was rigged. The elections was rigged. Because I was up that night when it happened. I was up that night. And it was horrible. We were like 4 to 5 states. We were at 96 to 98% in 4 or 5 of the states. Especially in Georgia. I stayed up to 4:30 in the morning. 3 hours later, Joe Biden wins. How the fuck did that happen? And then all I saw on Newsmax and Real American Voice, mail ballots coming in late. That late. When Arizona couldn't do it. Call it bullshit, man. It was rigged and they fucking know it. They know it.
Under Trump.
He will never leave. Holy crap, man. This is insane. These people are insane.
Yeah, I think that's all that's going to be for Robert De Niro. So I'm going to...
I just can't believe how deranged. Right here, check this one out. Check this one out. Trump posted this on True Social.
You are gangsters. You are gangsters. Fuck you.
I had to put that. I had to listen to that. But that's all that Jeremy had from Robert De Niro, man. But let me tell you, man. I mean, what more do you want? What more do you guys want, man? We all know that Trump is innocent. We all know that the election was rigged. We all see that Joe Biden is not running this country. We know that this is the far left doing it. You know? That's it, man. I mean, we are down to 5 more months of this shit. We have 5 more months of this crap. So, we still got a long way ahead of us. We still got a long way ahead to find out what is going to happen and what's going on, dude. But there has been rumors and predictions out there that what may happen in mid close to October. For Joe Biden, man, I don't think he ain't going to make it, bro. But let's see what they do in the presidential debate. I think what they're going to do is they're probably going to inject him again. Just like the State of the Union. I bet you they're just going to inject him, give him some drugs, and he's just going to mumble his mouth out of it, bro. He's just going to be mumbling his mouth and not even keep his mouth shut. But we'll see, man. That's what they're going to do. So, well, that's going to be it today. That's going to be it for my podcast right now. So, God help us all, bro. God help us all in this country. So, if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate that very much. If you guys like this video, hit the like button. Post a comment below and share this video if you could. I will see you guys in the next one. So have a good day, everybody. Bye for now.